Good morning, people. I now have a microphone. You can now hear me probably a lot clearer. Don't know why I didn't do this before. $5, well invested in a little cheap microphone. Yeah, it makes the life a little bit easier on the ears. Now, today we're going to talk about parasites. I went to a great seminar a couple of nights ago. So, my mother-in-law and I had date night. We had date night at a parasite seminar. How cool is that? Tracy, my co-worker, said that to me. She goes, "Oh, date night with your mother-in-law at a parasite seminar." Yeah, definitely a good place to take mum. Anyway, really good information. Now, from a athlete point of view, really opened up my eyes. This company that ran the seminar has been around for quite some time, has got some great case studies, but unfortunately, thanks to good old TGA, you can't read any of them. So we were enlightened on, really it was this mind-blowing on what the guy or the presenter was actually talking to us about, and on each of the actual products, quite a few case studies, and people who basically contacted them telling them how much benefit their products were, and just, like I said, blew my mind. Just actually amazing. Look, and if you're interested in what they are, let me know. I can relay the information on, but thanks to good old TGA and other powers to be, you can't have that information. Published anyway on the internet. So the benefits to a triathlete, or benefits to an athlete. Now, when they talk about parasites, there's, you've got your good old your protozoa, you've got your flukes, and the good old worms, and everyone knows about that one. You've only got to watch your pet drag its backside across the floor, and you go, righto, yeah, okay, I've got to do that again. So that was very interesting, and what I got out of it, and what I wanted to tell you about today was, from a nutritional point of view. Now, I have heard of this in regards to, but I didn't actually put two and two together until it sort of the presenter actually pointed it out, and he basically was saying that if you have got an infestation, sorry. Makes me giggle. My mother-in-law was sitting beside me, and every time he showed something on the screen or said something, she sort of did a shiver. It was really cool. Anyway, so from a nutritional point of view, so if you've got an infestation in your system, it basically can be pinching your nutrition. These little beasties don't have a so-called mouth. They actually absorb nutrition through their bodies. And they do it on, if you've got a large scale or a large thing going on, they're actually going to suck you dry, pretty much, so to speak, especially if you're not, 100% on eating spot on. So if you're one of those people who are actually struggling to get that energy, IBS, that type of thing, it could very well be as simple as going through a course of something to get rid of these little guys. And I once you hear that, I mean, you do read about it, but until you actually have it spoken to you and shown again, I suppose, in a great presentation, the light bulb goes off, and you go, oh man, how many people have I spoken to who have got that situation? So it could be as simple as just going through, like I said, just a quick cleanse and getting rid of these little suckers, and you probably find that the majority of people would respond very, very well and get their energy back, get their mojo back, and go, great, this is it. And I must just saying that, I actually, as a gentleman that I used to follow, an older guy, coach, an athlete, great guy, Alan's his name. Won't go any further with that, but Alan was always a big believer in actual daily cleansing from a parasite point of view. So he'd take a product that, just a few drops a day, and it was actually a blend of herbs, which is what this other company who presented the seminar was actually based on. So they're all herbal, nothing to do with pharmaceutical. We did get that explained to us, and yeah, if you heard what I heard about pharmaceuticals, you probably wouldn't go that direction. So he was a big believer in doing it daily. And look, I have to, now hearing what the presentation was about and what content they had, yeah, this little black duck is actually going to start doing that daily again. I mean, I know, you know, you sort of forget these things. You know, you've got so many things that you're thinking about, you're trialing, you're experimenting, you've got honed in, and then there's little things like that you just, you know, push to the side and go and forget about. So I think that is a massive massive area that a lot of athletes can target to get their energy, mojo, focus back. I mean, these things are pinching nutrition, and it's not only just for your body; it's up here too. So, if you're struggling from a focus point of view, or trying to string days together, and you just can't quite get there, that can be another what's the word I'm looking for? Symptom that you can actually experience, that these guys are actually inside your body, draining you dry, so to speak. Look, if you're interested in what products these things are, give me a hoy. I won't go into that on here. I don't think that's the right place. Now, that aside, the company had another product that was, I've used it. I think it's fantastic. I'll go into it. It's an electrolyte formula. Now, no sugar. So what it is it's basically seawater from the Great Southern Ocean, so down the bottom end of Oz. And there's a few places where it pools, and it concentrates into this really high dense mineral water. Now, the research, and these guys have put this through scientific studies and pulled it all apart. Now, the actual product represents our blood plasma, I'll get that one out, up to 98%. Now, how cool is that? That is amazing. Like, if you're talking dehydration from an athlete point of view, if you're talking electrolytes from what we do, this stuff is like gold. And it transports, like when you look at the breakdown of it, these are all transporters. Now, it's what they call ionic. Now, a lot of people go www.google.com, what is ionic? Ionic is basically helps bind and transport this stuff through your membrane in a small part of it. I mean, you go and Google it and you'll have a good read about it. But ionic to non-ionic, I definitely go ionic. That way you're getting best bang for buck when the absorption process is going on. Now, in saying that, you can attach things to this product. I experimented this for a little while back, and again, it was great. But again, you get lost up in all this new product coming out and all the bombardment of marketing. Now, like I said in one of my previous videos, I use Vitargo. Now, Vitargo is a barley, or a fractionated barley. And the reason I mention Vitargo is it's American. You don't sort of find it too much in Australia. You can bind that with the electrolyte. Now, Vitargo is not an electrolyte, it's a carbohydrate. So when you bind carbohydrate with the electrolyte, and especially ionic electrolyte, you've got a smoking product that will get you through anything. So, you know, I took that, I actually spoke to the director of the presentation, and I spoke to him about what I was doing, what I did, I should say. And he sort of raised his eyebrows and went, man, that's fantastic. I've never heard of that being done before. So he sort of said to me, he goes, look, keep me posted on how you go with that. I want to hear more information. So I'm going to send him some more data on what I did. I've got some stats that I wrote down when I did all my training with that product, or that combination, I should say. And I'm going to go back on it. So I won't go too much further into that. If you want to know what that formula is, give me a hoy. It's really, really good. I don't know, like I said, I don't know why I deviated. And it could be just like I said before, you know, you've got so many products that you get pushed into your face going, oh, Steve, have a look at this. It's the best thing, you know, it's got this. And you're like, oh, yeah, I'll give it a whirl. And you run it for a while and you go, yeah, that's good. And sort of, so you get a few of those, you know, in your face over months, especially off season. You know, you forget about all the good stuff. And it's not until someone goes, remember this one, you know, and sure enough, the brain goes, oh, yeah, let's go back to that. I knew that worked, you know. So yeah, anyway, that's life. So yeah, in a nutshell, parasites, electrolytes. Like I said, if you're struggling, it could be something as simple as that. So yeah, have a look at that one, and you might well and truly clean things up and get things moving. You can go that far. Anyway, I'm gonna go make myself a morning coffee for the day. I've changed over to chaga mushroom this week. Chaga is another great little immune booster, energy as well. Tastes worse than what cordyceps does. It's gross, but look, I'm getting used to it. And you've got to push through some of these things, you know, just to get the benefit. Test yourself, be your test guinea pig, all that kind of jazz, you know. So yeah, so I'm gonna go make that, get myself ready for the day, and I shall talk to you guys later. Have a cracker day. Have a cracker weekend. Talk soon. See you guys.